Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So we're on day 5 of 182 and things are going really good with this intermittent fasting diet cycle that I'm doing. So we're at day 5, which is pretty amazing. If you recall, at day 0 I weighed in at 239.8 and I'm happy to report that at day 5 I'm at about 232.5, I believe, yeah. So we're talking about 7 pounds in about 5 days. And all I've done so far without any kind of exercising or anything is only eating sensible meals between 12 and this window, 16:8. So I wanted to talk about one of the side effects of any kind of fasting or calorie deficit that I've run into in previous diets, and that is the issue of bad breath. And I can explain it in why it happened and why it happens to me, why it happens to a lot of people who are exercising. And it has to do with the fact that your body goes into a state where you're not supplying enough insulin through conversion of carbs into sugars like you normally do, and you're actually converting through intermittent fasting to breaking down your fat cells, which is the whole idea. You want to do it gradually so you don't have any major hunger pains. You're actually using time as an element instead of watching so much what you eat, but you're using a small little window of time to determine, to try and break your fat cells down. And if you remember from previous video, the reason why I probably stopped eating about 6 p.m. is your body needs about 3 hours to break down your food. Well, 2 to 3 hours breakdown, and then you have another 2 hours of absorptive state. So if I'm going to be going to sleep at about 10 p.m. and I want to maximize my advanced stored fat burning, then I want to make sure that that last meal is as early as possible before the cutoff without having any major hunger pains. Or, of course, if I start feeling really hungry, one thing I learned from my previous dieting cycles was to drink green tea. Green tea has, for some reason with me, I don't know if other people, but for me with green tea, it kind of calms me down. It may be the L-theanine compound that's in green tea that kind of calms you down, but also I'm not so preoccupied with any kind of hunger pains that I'm having, because I am taking in liquids, I am taking in water. So your system is going to start working on trying to digest that water, so that gives you a little bit of time before you start worrying about hunger again. You also can drink like 20 fluid ounces of water in the afternoon after dinner too, and that's what I do too, to try and help it helps with digestion, helps with any hunger pains that I might have. And also if I'm dieting, especially if I'm on a high protein diet, I don't want to start getting cramps in my legs, because I have pretty well defined muscular legs. So I drink a lot of water, especially when I'm doing intermittent fasting, and the water is not going to allow you, it's not going to cause you to gain a lot of weight. It just kind of subsides your hunger a little bit. But as far as the bad breath is concerned, real simple solution. I like Listerine. I like Listerine. And get yourself a tongue cleaner. And that's going to help you with the bad breath. If you're fasting and you're switching from burning carbs and you're allowing your body to naturally break down its fat reserves around your belly, around the back of your butt, even around your thighs, your back, your neck, all over your body gradually. Then, because you're not taking in that sugar for energy, your liver is now starting to break down fats, and that's going to cause release of a compound called ketones. And you can even go into Walgreens or any pharmacy, and now they have these ketone test strips, and a lot of these I've seen them on TV. I don't remember the names of them, but you actually blow into them and they can actually sense your ketone, the ketone level in your body. And you have different systems that allow you to monitor your ketone level. But I knew like about 48 hours ago that I had got into advanced fat burning state, because I noticed that I was having more episodes of bad breath, and that's pretty common with fasting. So what I wanted to do is share a video of you of a simple morning exercise that you can do once you get gradually phased into the first week. We're pretty much through the first week, and the results are pretty good. I'm really happy with the 7-pound difference. Started at 239.8, now I'm down to 232. I was hoping to be at 228 by today, but that's okay. If I can make that by next Wednesday, I'll be happy. So I'm going to shift into doing more exercise combined with my fasting. And of course, with all of my videos, there's a disclaimer. If you take 0% to 100% of whatever I'm doing into your life, then please read the disclaimer and make sure that you check with your licensed dietitian or physician. Make sure it's okay based on your own medical status. The information I'm providing here is just simply stuff that I've learned. It is not scripture. It's not medical advice. I'm not giving you advice as far as what to implement in your life, but it's basically my own knowledge as far as dealing with the release of ketones, because I'm actually breaking down my stored fat now, which is reflective of the few pounds that I've lost just in the first 5 days or so. And my goal is to get to maybe 225 by next Friday. Sometimes they say it's not good to set such lofty goals, but if you see 225 would mean that I would have lost like 14 pounds within the first 2 weeks. And that, for some people, that can be really, really extreme. But for me to lose 7 pounds in the first 6 days, I'm sure a lot of that was water weight in the first beginning, and we all accept that. And I did talk about the plateau effect. There's going to be some weight loss, but then it will plateau. So in the first week or so, you'll see the drop, relatively speaking, first week. But then it will level off, but you'll still be losing weight, but at a slower rate. But that's dependent on whether there's no exercise. I didn't really do too much exercising this week because I just wanted my body to get used to the intermittent fasting cycle. So I'm just going to share a quick video of one of the exercises that I do in the morning at maybe about 45 minutes before I start eating. And I drink a lot of water and then I start eating. And here it is. Thank you. Okay guys, this is one of my favorite exercises when I'm actually fasting. This is a secluded hallway in my apartment complex, and as you can see, it's a good flight of stairs, and stairs are really a good way of getting a good cardiovascular workout in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. It raises your heartbeat quite a bit and really gets your blood pumping. So we're going to take these stairs all the way up. So we have 4 flights of stairs, and what I like to do is do at least maybe 5 sets of stairs, get a little sweat going, and then actually go into maybe some push-ups and sit-ups. Not any heavy weightlifting during my fasting, but stairs, if you can find a good set of stairs somewhere, if it's a nearby stadium or a nearby apartment complex or a nearby corporate center, it's a really, really good way to get your heartbeat up and actually get some good exercise while you're fasting. You want to get into a negative calorie deficit state. If you're keeping your calories really low, this is really mild exercising just to get your heartbeat up. And do this daily. You can do it like maybe half an hour before you actually start eating. But you should always follow up your exercise within at least half an hour with a meal, especially if you're fasting. So you can tell I'm a little out of breath. Went up 4 flights of stairs. And you just allow your heartbeat to come down a bit. It's a little tougher if you're wearing a mask. And this is a great way to get a little sweat going, a little exercise going, not too strenuous. And then just do as many cycles as you need to do. If you feel comfortable, you can actually start with maybe 2 sets in your first week, then work your way up to actually doing 3 sets in your second week of intermittent fasting. Slowly build your way up. But I always take the recommendation of my friends at the gym. Make sure you follow up with a meal within half an hour of your workout, especially if you're fasting and trying to cut back on calories. So this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.